slow, you can still go.
First stock that was recommended was Tata Power. Tata Power was actually recommended at 62, and you see this is the same pattern which I have discussed in our webinars also, in the beginners webinar, head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders pattern. And you can see on the monthly charts we got this pattern, and once we got this pattern, you can see from 62 levels, and it went to 300 also within the same year. So this is the power of this pattern, and you can also check the RSI. We also have conducted a webinar where we discussed when RSI is greater than 50, it means high momentum, and you can apply all this, basic things, and you can see the power of these patterns. So the next stock that was recommended was Tata Steel at 450, and you can see, let us go to the chart of at that time, and you can see it is the same pattern, inverse head and shoulders pattern. The price actually was recommended at 450, and you can see after this how it went. The high after this was around 1600 also, and this all happened in 1 year time frame only. So within 1 year it became 4 times also. So you can see how these patterns again and again repeat themselves and how powerful they can be. So the next stock that was recommended was Adani Wilmar at 227. And you can see, let me go to the initial analysis of this chart first. So this is the, okay, 1 second. Yeah, so this is the initial analysis, and it was just listed, and you can see the price was 268, and I had said that this is a very strong chart. Also fundamentally the company was showing repeated profits, and you can see the chart of intraday. This is a leading diagonal pattern which we have covered in our Elliot series, and this means this is the first wave, and it was recommended that once after this a correction can come, and then we will start the wave 3, and it will be very powerful. And you can see after few days the stock went to 492 also, and again it was reviewed and said that now third wave is going on, and after this we can get a correction to form fourth wave, but there will be a pending fifth wave also in this. So after a few days, if you see, that analysis was also covered. Let me quickly go to that also. Yeah, so this is the chart. You can see after this third wave, fourth wave, it showed some correction to form the fourth wave, and after this again a fifth wave went upside. So now see, again we are reviewing stocks and sharing with our members. So this way the stock from initially 268 levels, again it went to 667. Now I have not the other screenshot also, but after this I had recommended now ABC correction will happen, and again a fresh up move will come, and it will cross the high, and you can see now it is trading at 800 levels. So let us see the other recommendations. Now see the other stock is Bajaj Finance at 2700 levels. Now this stock is one of my favorite stock, and you can see because every time it falls, it has a tendency to go up. The management is very strong, and the same reasons were recommended here. There was no pattern at that time, and I was just saying that whenever it comes to 20 cent levels, buy this stock. And when it came to these levels, after these levels, within a year it went to 8000 also. And in the comment section of this, many people were saying that they don't trust this, but the result is in front of everyone. Again, the second one stock was Adani Green at 230 levels. Let us skip this because it has already gone 10 times, 20 times. from the suggested levels. Let me check the fresh level also of Adani Green. So yeah, the high is 3000. So almost 10 to 15 times it went from the suggested levels. The pattern in this case, the pattern was actually a simple multiple. At this time, it was a breakout of this and it never showed any correction or, loss of momentum. So this was purely a momentum suggestion. Now coming to the other stock is Balakrishna Industries. So it was recommended at 1400 levels and it was simply my favorite pattern, multi-year breakout. And after this, you can see it was suggested that I won't be surprised if it goes about 2000 within 6 months. And the stock actually crossed 2000 also, and within this time interval only. So also you can see I had mentioned that other tire stocks like MRF are also showing high momentum, and you can see from this 68,000 level the current price is much more. And when a stock goes up, most of the stocks of the sector are performing good, and we have to identify the sector. Like recently auto stocks were performing. The reason was simple: the stock was giving a multi-year breakout, and most of the auto stocks like M&M, they were giving a multi-year breakouts. So next stock is Bale. These were some swing ideas, and Bale was suggested at 120. The pattern is again simple, left, head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulders pattern. And from 126 levels, the stock actually went across 300 levels. The stock is now split, but actually at that time it went over 300 within a year. So this is the power of the inverse head and shoulders pattern. Another stock is Chola Finance. It was suggested at 400 levels, and if you see it, the current level it crossed 800 also, so almost double. This is my second favorite pattern, that is a multi-year breakout, and you can see this was a top for multiple years. And once this is cleared, you can see stock immediately doubles and triples within a year or 2 years. So this is the perfect time to enter any stock, and all these suggestions are either on the inverse head and shoulders pattern or the multiple years breakout. Now another stock is DMart. Reason is again same, monthly range breakout. So you can see the suggested value was that 2789, and after this it went to I think 5000 also. So it was also doubled within a year. Another stock, Bank of Baroda, double bottom on monthly charts. And after this, I think the target was, since there was a swing trade, the target was written as 75, but this is the analysis of monthly chart. And once you do analysis on monthly chart, you can see from 64, the current, price is around 130, 140 also. So again, doubled because of, if you are doing analysis on higher time frame, then definitely in the coming years, although the target was achieved within few days for 75, but you can see you can keep on investing in those that are doing good on the monthly chart, and the results will also be achieved very quickly. Now this is one of the failures, I can say, because Bandhan Bank, the target was 540 and this is not achieved, although the stock has not given any, let us go to the chart. So it was suggested at 400, and although the target is not achieved, but it has not hit the stop loss also, because you can see not, there was no close below this. But when after sharing these stocks, now if you apply Elliot on the same, you can see this is A, this is probably the corrective wave B going on, and it may come one more move down, but after this we will be a pending C wave for the upside. So probably after some correction, if you enter in this stock, that will be good. But on record basis, this didn't perform like we intended it. So this this we can say this went against our side. Uh, so again, now after buying, you can see recently in the recent we had bear market, so we had to suggest the sell also for certain stocks. And in right at the start of the year in January, I suggested that most of the IT stocks will not do good, and all the stocks were, showing very bearish signs. And Wipro sell was suggested at 600 levels. Initial target was 470, but it went to around 300 levels. 400 levels also. So, this is how simple, using simple analysis, simple pattern analysis, you can say how well a stock can perform in the coming days, or depending on the time frame. And actually this stock was that whether he can sell or hold. So I told them to sell, and for looking for a fresh entry, you have to look for a bullish pattern like inverse head and shoulders in this case, but it never came till now. Again, one other IT stock, uh, India Mart sell, at 6670. So let me cover this Naukri sell at top. So Naukri again, although in this case, at that time, technically it was giving a multi-year breakout, but we not only just consider technical analysis, we also, mentioned that the earnings include a other income of 1752 crores. So this was a one-time profit, and recently, if you check the last 3 quarters, the profit was continuously decreasing for Naukri.com, and you can see it was that uh, you have to remain careful. And once bearish signs showed on the chart from these levels, there was a drastic fall in this stock. And now see, DMART was suggested as a buy and also as a sell at 14,500. I was seeing some signs of bearishness in DMART. Let me go to that chart again. This was actually shared in the group also, and so there were some high on the weekly chart. We can see a bearish engulfing. So at this moment, it was given a sell for the demand zone was around 3000 levels, and you can see it did come to that level. So this is just a simple analysis on the higher time frame, and these analysis generally work because you cannot manipulate the monthly or weekly chart. Again, you can see Zomato was again, sell at 92. Pattern was actually same that on the weekly chart. If you see, Zomato actually had given a breakdown, and from this level continuously it went, and the target was around 60, and that was also achieved. And recently, if you see, Zomato was suggested for a buy entry, and it was shared in our Telegram chart. You can see it was at 55 levels. It was suggested that it will go to the top. Again, it will resume its uptrend for some time to complete the C wave. And you can see the current price is around 70. So we have achieved 15 points in this. Again, now coming to Lupin sell at 1000 levels. So Lupin actually, it was also suggested that, let me go, what was the reason? See, it's the concept of volume spread analysis in this case. When a high volume is crossed, and it means the selling, there is a temporary pause to the uptrend. And in that case, after this, we can, Lupin actually test 600 levels also. So this also proved to be a good trade. Now, again, the pharma stocks were looking weak, and Oro Pharma was suggested as sell at 795. And you can see in few days the target was mentioned as 527. It went below 500 also. So this is how, if you are doing analysis on a monthly, weekly chart, then they can prove be very effective. Uh, yeah, one more stock is that Bharati Airtel was suggested. The pattern was say it was a multi-year breakout at 550. This was recently shared. This was actually shared on Quora and Telegram group also. And you can see in this case, it the current price was around 800 levels also. So although this, I mean, our analysis was that it will go up very quickly, but I mean, it didn't go as per plan, but still it gave us some returns. So this is how powerful the pattern of multi-year breakout can. So basically, all these suggestions were on basically 3-4 patterns only. First is a multi-year breakout. Second is inverse head and shoulders pattern. Third is double bottom. And some of the stocks like Adani Wilmar, Zomato, they were suggested purely on Elliott waves. So I think, I hope this video helps, and I mean, you will be able to how stocks can be picked and how simple analysis of using volume, using patterns can help you. So thank you, and if you have any doubts, you can comment and we will get back to you. So thank you for this.